Raleigh versus Durham. Who's going to win this epic battle? Stay tuned to find out.
Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Living in Raleigh-Durham. This is our YouTube channel. It's all about living in Raleigh-Durham. If this is your first time, welcome. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also hit the bell. I had no idea there was a bell. That's how you get notified. So make sure to smash that bell in the corner as well. If this is not your first time, welcome back. But I'm Honeycutt. This is my beautiful wife, Cindi. We're a couple realtors in the Raleigh-Durham area, and we love this area. We love everything about it. And today we're gonna talk about Raleigh versus Durham. It's a good old-fashioned face-off. So which one's better? This video, we're gonna tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, and we're gonna tell you which one we like. I know that's our opinion, but maybe you'll find some value in it. So let's get at it.
So we'll start off the conversation with schools. So if you're moving to the area from another state or another city in North Carolina, and you're kind of debating between Raleigh or Durham, and you've got kids that are school age, you might be wondering how the districts maybe compare to one another. So just according to niche.com, and we're just talking about K-12 schools here, not like universities and colleges, just, you know, districted schools, just the public schools. Raleigh has great public schools. On niche.com, they get an A-, and I think that looks at different things, you know, test scores. It calculates in like the size
There's
of the
a bunch of different factors
school
that it looks at.
Yeah, diversity, all these kinds of things. Durham comes in a little lower at B-. So when you're looking just at that by itself, Wake County does have a better school system. I think in a previous video we had talked about it, and it's one of the largest in the country, like
16th largest.
Yeah, the 16th largest in the country. Really big school system. So, and then when you go to Wake County, I think because it's so large, there is a lot more, maybe some other opportunities with sports and arts and things like that too, that you might not get as much of in Durham. Not that it's not available, but you know, bigger school system always has a little bit more with offerings. So something to keep in mind.
Yeah, so when it comes to schools, Raleigh is up. Up next is size. Which city is bigger? So Raleigh is actually twice the size of Durham. In 2019, the estimated count, I guess I should say, in Raleigh was 470,000. Now that's Raleigh city limits. That's not like the metro area. So you're not talking about the different suburbs that lie around Raleigh. So 470,000. Durham in 2019 was 270,000. So Raleigh's about twice the size of Durham. And honestly, I feel it. When I'm in Raleigh, it feels bigger. The traffic is heavier. Yeah, I mean, you can feel that it's twice size. So if you're coming from a bigger city, I don't know, you might like that. Or if you're coming from a smaller area, you might prefer a less crowded area, which Durham is. So I don't know. I don't know if there's a winner in this one. I'm going to give it a tie.
A tie.
Yeah, I mean, because it honestly, it's all subjective. There's no. You might like a bigger city. You might like a smaller city. So at the end of the day, Raleigh's bigger, Durham's smaller.
There you go.
Tie. All right, so Raleigh 1, Durham 0. And in the tie category, we're at 1. So up next is things to do.
Raleigh had 2. Oh, tie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
She didn't watch a lot of sports.
So things to do. Just because Raleigh is bigger in population doesn't mean there's necessarily not as much to do in Durham. There's tons to do in Durham. We have 2 universities in the area that bring a lot of sports, NC Central and Duke, so lots of sporting events that you can attend. Whether you want to go in person or watch on, you know, Duke, obviously, big basketball program. A lot of times it's on, you know, TV, but it's fun to get tickets to those or the football games. Same at NC Central. There's also the Eno River that runs through a lot of different state parks that are in Durham, which is really nice, you know, to go on hiking trails and things. There is the Durham Performing Arts Center, the DPAC, have things like, you know, off-Broadway shows to go see. Now, the downtown area is just really fun. Lots of restaurants and bars and just fun stuff to do downtown.
Durham Bulls.
So, yeah, and the Durham Bulls, also downtown, the minor league baseball team. So always something fun to do in Durham.
Yeah. And so Raleigh also has a ton to do, which you would expect being a bigger city, from sporting events at the collegiate level all the way to the professional level. They have the Carolina Hurricanes there, which is a professional hockey team. They have a ton of great museums, to include Marbles Kids Museum, which we personally love. We take our boys there. They love it. We love seeing them there. They just have a blast. But yeah, I mean, Raleigh in general has a ton to do. The only really upside I think that Raleigh has over Durham is the park system.
Yeah.
I know, you know, we've hit on that before. Durham's parks just aren't. I mean, they kind of suck. Yeah. In all honesty, I mean,
when you talk about equipment.
Yeah. I mean, Durham has a lot of parks, but there's not like a park that's standout. You know, that is like, wow, that's a really great place to take your kids. So that's really the one aspect I think that Raleigh has an upside on Durham on as far as parks go.
Yeah. A lot of the Raleigh parks have like newer playground equipment.
Yeah.
They've just added a couple of new parks, so definitely more to do with like toddlers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Raleigh at the parks.
Yeah, absolutely. But all in all, I mean, at the end of the day, there's a ton to do in both cities. So I'm gonna give another tie. So Raleigh 1, Durham 0, and we got two ties. So it's not going to continue that way, I promise. Yeah. So up next is, if you have kids, which city is better? I'm going to declare Raleigh the winner in this one. We just kind of touched on it as far as parks go. Schools. Raleigh's they have better options when it comes to parks. Just more to do in general. Durham has a great museum, the Museum of Life and Science, but it's not free. And that's, you know, I mean, Marbles isn't free either in Raleigh.
It's a little cheaper to get into Marbles.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, I mean, if you have kids, Raleigh, I think is superior. So. Right,
but it's not like they're that far away, so you could always drive in to enjoy the things that Raleigh offers. Yeah. Obviously, you couldn't benefit from the schools if you don't live there, but both great places. Neither are a bad place to raise a family by any means, but there is a little bit more available publicly for kids in Raleigh.
Yeah. All right, so right now we're at Raleigh 2, Durham 0, and we're tied at 2 as well, so 2-0-2. Up next is culture, and to me, this one is Durham all the way. Durham kicks this one out of the park, and it's why I personally love Durham so much. Is Durham just got a unique culture. It's got a unique feel about it. To me, when I go to Raleigh, everything just feels big. It feels commercialized, and Durham's got this unique culture about it. You know, there's a tobacco heritage here, and so the buildings, the architecture is unique. You have these old mills, these old tobacco companies that have been, you know, converted into apartments and shops and restaurants, and it's such a unique place.
Yeah. I would agree. There's a lot more of a hip feeling in Durham. I think the downtown has really been revitalized in like the last 20 years or so, especially like the last 10. So I think because of that, there's just like a vibe that you get in Durham. It's hard to explain unless you come and see it, but it's young and fun, but you don't have to be young to enjoy it by any means. Raleigh just feels a little bit more traditional in that sense.
Yeah.
So Durham is our winner for culture.
Yeah. Now we come down to the part that you've been waiting for. Who is going to win this epic battle? Raleigh, Durham. So, all right, with Raleigh we have 2. Durham now has 1, and there's 2 ties. So I'm going to get a vote, and you're going to get a vote, and we're going to choose which one is the best. All right, I'm going to let you go first. So what's your vote?
I have to go with Durham. Born and raised. I can't betray the Bull City. Born and raised there, so I guess my biggest reason, I mean, obviously I have personal connection to Durham. We live in Durham. So I do love it. It is a hard decision though. Becoming a parent changes things. We have twin toddlers, and I will say, you know, it would be nice whenever we do come into Raleigh. I feel like there are some more just fun free things to do with them around here. We go to the Durham parks, but you know, not as much like equipment for toddlers. It's older. It's not been updated. But it's still fun nonetheless. Kids don't know the difference, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, just the culture in Durham, you can't find it anywhere else. It's just fun. I don't know, it feels smaller to me. Not that it feels like, you know, a small town, but it feels smaller enough where you run into people you know, and you're not constantly stuck in traffic like you are in Raleigh.
Yeah. All right, so my vote goes to Durham as well. And really, I mean, just everything that you hit on. Durham's just is so unique, and it's hard to explain what makes it unique. But it's such a cool city. There's a ton to do. It's got a small feel to it. There's a ton of great restaurants, and you know, at the end of the day, I really, even though Raleigh has a lot more amenities, so to speak, for kids, I really can't think of a better place to raise our family than in Durham. In Durham, you encounter a ton of people who are different than you, no matter who you are. And I think there's something beautiful about your kids being exposed to that, and being able to meet people from all different walks of life and different backgrounds. And Durham just brings that about. I think it's a really unique place. So yeah, I think with that, Raleigh has 2, Durham now has 3, and 2 of the categories were tied. So Durham ends up the winner. I get it, it's totally subjective.
Don't take this too literally.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, if you prefer Raleigh, who cares? Raleigh's great. The beautiful thing about this area, though, is you can live in Durham like we do, and if you like the amenities of Raleigh, you can go to Raleigh. It's a short drive down the road. That's the beauty of the Triangle, is each city is distinct. Chapel Hill has its own feel and culture. Durham has its own feel and culture. Raleigh has its own feel and culture. But if you want to take part in any of the different areas, you can just jump on the highway and go to it, and it takes no time. So that's the beautiful thing about this area. Yeah, so Durham takes the win.
Durham's the winner. Love you, Durham.
All right, thanks so much for checking out this video. Like I said, we're Zach and Cindi Honeycutt. We're local realtors in the area. If you have any questions about the area whatsoever, maybe you're moving here from a different area, maybe you're thinking about moving and you already live in the area, we would love to help you. We would love to answer any questions that you have. Our contact information is below. Make sure to reach out to us if you have any questions whatsoever. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Hit that bell in the corner to be notified every time we put up new videos. We do this every week, and we would love for you to be a part of the channel. But thanks so much for tuning in, and we will see you next time.